Should you get rid of all your friends, right? This is something we'll be talking in this video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider subscribing. Alright, so in this video, I would basically talk about, should you value your career more or friendships? So can you have both of them, right? Basically, this is a controversial topic, I know that, and but there are things in life you have to discuss, right? You have to discuss upfront. Is career more important, and to the extent that you should let go of your friendships, right? Or are friendships more important, right? See, you can have both, right? You can have a decent career with some decent friendships, right? But then I am talking about a case where your friendships start to interfere with your career. What do you do then, right? Because let's be honest, you can have a mediocre career with a lot of friendships, but I've rarely seen people who are at the very top, right? To excel at something, you have to let go of your friendships, right? Not all of them, obviously, you can make time, but you would not be able to participate in all the events and activities as much as had you decided to have a mediocre life, mediocre career. Because to be at the top, you have to be on point, you have to basically keep working really hard and all the time, and you have to focus all your energy, attention towards that goal, right? And friendships, I think, becomes a barrier at that stage, right? I might be wrong. Do let me know in the comments how you manage your friendships and excel at your career at the same time. But you have to be very careful with your schedule, right? When it comes to friendships, because you know we've all been in that situation where we start talking with our friends, and then we get immersed and we enjoy it to the extent that hours pass, and then we realize that the last 6 hours just went like that. So you have to be very careful, and you have to sort of cut down on your socialization as you progress ahead in your career and in your life. you know let's be honest, um, friendships eventually, a lot of them, they fade away with time, right? Depending on what stage of your life you're in, it will fade with time and age. So why invest so much time and effort on something that is ephemeral, right? You should rather spend time on your career, focus on that, and then friendships will come and go, right? But I do understand you can have time for some few friends, selected friends, who are helping you achieve that goal, but then you would not have that much time to basically give everything to your friends. That is not possible. At least I haven't come across people who are, like I mentioned, at the really top levels, and they are extremely social as well. And that is why it is also said that success is lonely, right? Because it is lonely at the top, because you don't have a lot of friends around you, right, to celebrate with. Because in this endeavor of achieving success, you had to give up and cut down all friendships and social life, and then yeah, you're basically left alone. So you have to decide. What I'm trying to tell in this video is, see, this is your life, you have to live it. But don't complain that you don't have time for career to focus because you're so much into socializing and friendships. Well, choose that. Choose what you want in life. Do you want to excel, right? If you want to, you will have to cut down on your social life. But if you say, no, I want to get back home every day and I want to socialize with my friends and I want to have a lot of friend group, right? Then you might have to and settle with a mediocre career, right? And then don't go around complaining to people that you don't have a great career. So please decide what you want in life, right? Because I feel sad that I had to cut a lot of friendships as well in life as I was coming up, right? Because I grew up in India, and then, as you know, Indians, we have a large social gathering, right? We have lots of friends, and Everybody you meet at the workplace and at the school, in the university, almost becomes your friend, right? So I had a lot of friends, right? They all and I remember my school days. um, I think people, they liked my personality because I would help them, with a lot of, let's say, setting up pranks and stuff. But yeah, I was basically a child, so yeah, you can't really judge me for that. So I had a lot of friends, and I have very fond memories from my childhood and of friends that I interacted with. Shout out to all my friends who are listening to this video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. All right. So, but then eventually, as I progressed in life, we took up different careers. We went to different colleges, and then they moved cities. I moved places, and yeah, life just happened. And I am sitting right now. I'm in Germany for the last almost 5 years. I'm doing pretty good. A lot of my friends are doing well, good as well in their careers. So, but then we don't interact and talk as much as we used to when we were friends back in school or university. The reason being that we are busy, right? Life gets busy. Yeah. I mean, if I would meet with some of them, we would definitely have a great laugh about, remembering the old times and the things that we did together. But we had to eventually move apart, and you know, at least I chose career over friendships and a social life. A lot of them did choose friendships. They went to the same university, same course. They are living in the same place as they were, right? So yeah, but life turned out differently for each of us. So that is what I'm trying to tell you. And by no means am I trying to, flex that I'm really successful. I am not. I'm on my journey, yeah. But every time I take up more responsibilities, which will eventually lead to me achieving my goals, I have to, and I consciously, I'm aware of the fact that I would have to invest more time, which means I would have to trade off friendships and social life. And that is fine. That is the decision that I take. And that is what I'm trying to tell you in this video. You have to decide what you want in life. Do you want to have a great career, or do you want to have a large social life? So yeah, with that, I'm at the end of this video, and thank you for your time, and have a nice day. Bye.